Good afternoon. Welcome to downtown Chapel Hill and our new offices on Franklin Street. I'm going to bring you our first video newsletter. We will attach this newsletter to the video here after I give you a little bit of a preview to what we're going to talk about or what you're going to learn when you read the article. You know, in so many of my sessions, I start the session with Einstein's quote that the challenges that we currently face can't be solved at the same level of thinking that we created them. You know, it's so easy to rattle off, but it's a whole lot harder to really understand that we really do need to transform the way we think. And I don't know, and I think sometimes I don't say it directly enough, but guys, this is one of the most important things that we need to take a look at as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as social committees, whatever it happens to be, is the transformation of our thinking. When we look at the relationship, and we talked about this in some of our sessions, the predictability and complexity. And one of the things that we know for sure, as technology continues to rise, the complexity of our world continues to go up. With that, the predictability goes down. Here's the challenge. The challenge is that even though the industrial age ended a long time ago, we're still running in many respects our businesses as though we're still there. And the hallmark, at least we know about the industrial age, is the hallmark to that is compliance. In other words, everybody follows the rules, everybody does their task, just play your role and we'll be successful. Doesn't work anymore. Today, the only solution to this, and hear me say this, is creativity and innovation. And the question that we need to ask as business owners is, are we releasing that in our people? Are we creating the conditions around compliance or the industrial age? Or have we really moved our strategies into the knowledge area where we're promoting creativity and innovation? Here comes the newsletter. The last month's edition of Fast Company magazine highlighted Apple and Steve Jobs, and the title is The Invincible Apple, 10 Lessons You Can Learn from the Coolest Company. Well, you know, the title's pretty neat in itself, but here's what I want you to take home or pay attention to, is that May 26, 2010 is a huge day in our business history in this country, because May 26, 2010 was the day that Apple surpassed, think about this, Apple surpassed Microsoft in market cap. And not even that. I mean, there's even more. I mean, you figure that Apple is now the number one tech company in the universe and the number 2 company in the United States, right behind, guess who? ExxonMobil, pretty big company in itself. What I want to do is I want to take you through 3 of the topics. The 10 topics about the coolest company. And 3 of the things that really resonated with me that I wanted to put my personal touch to. Number 1 is go into your cave. Now here's something that I see in a lot of the different areas that I go, is that people are trying to be like the people they're competing against. They're looking at what their peers are doing and trying to emulate that. Well, you know, at Apple, they don't believe in that strategy at all. If you go into their main office in Cupertino, you'll see that the executive suite is surrounded by glass. It's all frosted with the Apple insignia on each corner of the office. And here's the idea. They don't want to see out, and they don't want people to see in. They don't want any kind of influence on how they think as a group, so that nothing gets in the way of the creativity and the innovation that's made Apple such a great company up to this point. Number 2, here's what, and this one again is has a special place in my heart, is that serve your customer. No, really. And you'll read it in the article, it's exactly what it says. Serve your customer, no really. And the truth of the matter is, and gosh, I mean, we all live this, right? And you know, here in Chapel Hill, we've had a real dose of it this week with some really challenging customer experience events. But what I'm asking you to take a look at is, are you working to satisfy the customer and make sure their experience is okay? Or are you really serving them? Are you surviving? Are you surviving in your environment and getting by? Or have you moved into that area of service? What you'll learn in that section is you'll learn that the design of the Apple stores, and if you've ever been in one, you'll see just how special they are, is completely different than the service that you're going to get from any other computer company anywhere in the world. And if you've tried that via Sony or HP or Dell, you know what it's like to get service from those companies. Apple Apple walk into the store, you walk up and a representative comes up, gets your name, finds out what's wrong with your computer, puts you on a little electronic billboard, and you wait to talk to a genius. The genius bar, they call it, looks exactly like a hotel concierge desk because they're there to serve you. And I want you to check this out too, is that the only thing that you pay for when you go into an Apple store is any kind of work that's not under warranty, but it gets even better than that. Apple gives their geniuses, not 90, 80, or 75, 100% autonomy to make the decision if they want to cover it under warranty or not. That's a lot of autonomy, and I just love that kind of freedom that they're giving their employees. Last but not least, and I want you to really pay attention to this, as you're done with this video, go out and take a look around your office. Go out in front of your building, take a look around. Take a look at your stationery, take a look at your people, take a look at everything you're presenting, because number 3 is everything is marketing. Everything that you do, everything that you're putting out there represents and tells the story about who you are as a company. So anyhow, I hope that whets your appetite just a little bit to read the article. I think you're going to really, really like it. But the 2 questions I want to leave you with, are you in the industrial age enforcing compliance with your people, or have you moved into the knowledge area? And are you unleashing their talents? Are you unleashing their creativity to create a customer experience that none of your competitors can? Life is good.